Hey, okay, so I want to go over when you're on Majik, some of the supporting products that could be super helpful and why. Okay, so you have seen the troubleshooting graphics like headache, nausea, dry mouth, and we make different suggestions. And so we just know that Pure is an ultimate toolkit. And so Majik is one of those that's just hands down a great product, but there's some things that could help enhance it, or if your system wasn't in a great zone already, or needed a little help in other areas, because again, the human body is perfect. It just needs the tools to do its job. And so if it was lacking in an area that Majik just is enhancing, hey, by the way, I need some help here. Here's some of the best tools that we are seeing. So number one, if people are constipated, these are my top picks. You don't have to do all four of them, but I do know I'm really good at two things, fat and poop. And so if you need to get those bowel movements, this is what I would suggest. So cleanse. Cleanse identifies in the liver, the colon, the lungs, lymphatic system, kidneys, bloodstream, and skin. It identifies what doesn't belong and gets it out and moving. So that is going to be something that's not only for the bowels, but it's going to help when the system is purging. When it's identified what doesn't belong, it's going to help that process of getting things out much more thorough, okay? There are two phases to detox, actually three. Two products, but three phases. Your body needs to identify what doesn't belong, package it up in a way that it can actually remove it, and then remove it. The cleanse removes it, okay? So what does phase 1 and 2? Now, my next product, Daily Detox. Daily Detox is designed to identify what doesn't belong and package it up in a way that it is ready to purge. So that's in the liver, the colon, the lungs, lymphatic system, kidneys, bloodstream, and skin. And so Daily Detox and Cleanse are something that I absolutely love. I personally take them together at night before I go to bed. And so I will do 2 capsules of each, and that is just the perfect thing to keep my system going. I personally like to use those on an ongoing basis, especially when I know something like Majik is going to help me purge. So those 2 are ones that I like to take before I go to bed at night. Those are identifying what doesn't belong, packaging it up to get it out, and then getting it out, okay? So that's the purpose between those 2 products. Let's go to my next 2 products. It is the Me Collagen Probiotic and the Probiotic. So why would I need both, Taryn? They both say probiotic. Why? Okay, probiotic is actually going to make sure that the environment in the intestines is going to be 80% good bacteria, 20% bad, okay? That's the ratio that it should be. Shouldn't be at 80% bad and 20% good, okay? Not the ratio you want. What that does is that makes sure that things can move through a lot more thorough, that it's not going to get stagnant, that there's going to be the proper process to break down those things and move them out. What the Me Collagen probiotic does, the Me Collagen is less about the environment inside the intestine, and it is very concerned about the intestinal walls. So what it does is it does a deep tissue cleaning of the intestinal walls, purges that, and gets things moving through. So that's getting all the gunk that has been backed up, just filing into that intestinal wall and lining. It's moving it out instead of packing it in. Okay, and so that's going to move those things along. So that's helping the intestinal wall to be clean, to clean out the sludge. The probiotic is keeping that environment moving, and then the cleanse and the detox are moving things throughout the entire body. So the Me Collagen and the probiotic are more about the environment and health of the intestines, and the cleanse and the detox are about identifying, packaging, and moving things out. Okay, so that's why I take them at the same time, and why I think all 4 are very important. And so I would be taking 1 Me a day with my probiotic at the same time, and then I would do a second round of the probiotic to make sure that things are moving. So those hands down are my 4 favorite, okay? We've got to keep things moving. My next one is actually Hydrate. So Hydrate is something that when you are purging, you need to make sure, and drinking a lot of water, you need to make sure your electrolytes stay in balance. And so that's going to be a quick way to replenish your electrolytes and make sure you have what you need to stay on base. So I have been utilizing Hydrate once or twice a day, and that's been extremely helpful to make sure that my body has the systemic hydration and the right ratios of all the electrolytes to make sure that it has what it needs. And so hands down, those 4 or 5 products are my favorite when it comes to this. You can also use the following. And so Serene, if you're really stressed out, stress could impact whether or not you're able to do all of these things as efficiently as possible. So Serene is something that can really help with your stress levels and cortisol staying down so that you can still get the amazing results that you're wanting. Going in can help cool, calm, and collect the system and make sure things are in balance. Calcium is really going to help with gut health to make sure that you have the proper ratio of calcium and magnesium, so the magnesium is actually being utilized by your intestines and keeping all things moving there. Mila can be that fiber that you're needing, and those little scrubby brushes to move through your system. Also, what I noticed is as my body was purging fat, it also craved addition of healthy fat in my diet. So those omegas are really helping to keep my brain sharp as my system's wanting to purge some things that maybe were in that brain area that can give you a little bit of brain fog at first. Mila has been a really helpful one. So I like to mix Mila, greens, and hydrate and sip on that throughout the afternoon hours, sometimes even the morning hours. So that's been a great one through using this Majik. And especially since I'm not always hungry with the craving curbed, what is happening is I'm forgetting to eat, but I make sure that my body is getting nutrients, because why does my body eat in the first place? It breaks it down, delivers the nutrients. Well, with Mila, hydrate, and greens, I'm getting a lot of nutrients. So when I'm sipping on that throughout the entire afternoon, that has been a great thing for me. And I'll put anywhere between 18 to 22 ounces of water in that usually, and I like it to be cold, but that's been the mixture that's been great for me. And also the vegan vanilla nutrition shake. If you're forgetting to eat, just make sure you're getting quality nutrients, quality protein, and mix it up. But those are some of the best supporting products that we have. It doesn't mean you can't do other ones, but those hands down are ones that I have found an increase with what Majik is doing for my system. So hopefully that helps you understand how you can maximize the Pure line, really get those enhanced results, and make it the whole system really healthy.